Hello everyone, I'm Gregory Avery Weir. I'm part of Futureproof Games, and I am going to teach you how to play our social cyberpunk puzzle game, Exploit Zero Day. So what we have here is we have a cluster called Welcome to the Darknet. This is the first cluster that you're going to get through a job, and it's going to be given to you by the mysterious head of the hacker organization Zero Day, who's named Sketch. She's sort of the welcoming character to you as you enter the mysterious world of hackers and corporate conspiracy. Now this is a cluster, and each cluster is made up of a number of systems. In this case, I've beaten this cluster already with this account, so everything's unlocked, but your first time going through this cluster, you'll need to solve each system, which each system is an individual puzzle, and each system will give you a key that will unlock additional systems. This is a straightforward one. You just go along the top row and then along the bottom row. Some clusters will branch, some clusters will do more interesting things. But let's jump right into the first puzzle here, Unprotected Route. So this is a system. We call this a matrix puzzle. And the goal of a matrix puzzle is to fire a packet from these ports and get a packet all the way to the goal node, which is this green pyramid. And this is a pretty straightforward one. When I click on this port, it's going to launch a packet and hack into the goal node. So we've routed this system, we've completed it, we can go back to the cluster, and if I had not beaten this before, we would now unlock route around the firewall for the first time. So this system introduces two new kinds of nodes. There's this red diamond that is the blocker node that just will stop a packet, and then this purple splitter node that's shaped like a cube will split a packet. So if you hit it from the left side, one packet will go up and one packet will go down. So as you can see, I can launch from this port and the packets would just get blocked. But if I launch here, splits, 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 and system is complete. So our next new kind of node is the flip-flop node. So flip-flop nodes maintain state within a system. So these blue rectangles are the flip-flop nodes. These three are on, and this one's off. And you can tell that they're on because they've got a little marker in them. Any node that they're hooked to will be turned on or off by their state. So I can hit them with a packet and flip them on and off. And you can see that ports take a little while to restore once you fire a packet from them. So this is still a pretty straightforward system. We can see our goal node here. We need to hit it with a packet from this port. So we're going to use these flip-flops, leave this one off, so all these are deactivated, and launch them. You can tell that they're deactivated because they're dark in color. Now it's time for Firewall Patch Job. This is a bit of a test of what you've learned so far, so you'll see that this is a lot similar in structure to the one where we first introduced splitter nodes, but we've got some obstacles in the way. So we want to hit one of these with one of these. This one right here is looking like a red herring right now because even if we unblock this blocker, we'll just run into this one here. So I think that this is our most promising port, so let's just trace the path it'll take. It bounces here, so we need to deactivate this blocker. Goes over here, and we need to be able to hit it right from there, so we'll do that. Let's see what that does. Looking good. Our next system is this precisely timed buffer overflow. So these gold circles or spheres are buffer nodes, and they work like flip-flops in that they deactivate other nodes, but they only deactivate them for a certain amount of time. And so when you're using a system like this, you have to carefully pay attention to the timing of when you activate buffers, because otherwise you'll run out of time. So if I just do this naively and I go like that, and I launch, well, I didn't have enough time there. If you've got mobility issues or you otherwise aren't very good at timing-based puzzles or games, we've got a setting that lets you slow down these systems so that you can take your time and understand them. But let's see if I can do this in real time. So I am going to knock out these blockers as the packet begins to hit them. So this is just going to bounce back and forth and finally hit that goal. There we go. Now this is the rate limiter limitation. Now this system introduces the latch node. That's this light blue canister or cylinder. And this is kind of like a buffer node combined with a blocker node. When you hit it with a packet, it goes away for a limited amount of time. So in order to get something past it, you have to hit it once, and then you can get something past it again. Now I think the timing on this is such that if I'm really good and fast, I can just hit all 4 of these and launch it. But I'm not going to risk it, so why don't I hit this one first and then launch and then real quick get these 3. So, nope, not fast enough. Alright, how about these 2 and then that one and then there. Not quite. One more time. There we go. So this system, keys to the system heart, introduces these key nodes. Now you can see I've only got 2 ports here, and these clearly aren't enough to get to that goal. I can launch there, and that blocker's going to stop me, and there's nothing that I can use to deactivate it. So I am going to try out this new node. So when you get a key node, it opens up a new port that was previously hidden. So I'm going to start getting these key nodes, and I now have a port that can access the goal node. And now for the last system in this tutorial group, the innermost tier. This one is sort of a test of everything that we've seen so far. So if we can look at this carefully, you can see these lines of blockers that block access to other parts of the system. So you can kind of see the path that a packet could take. See here, it could bounce off of this splitter, go down here, and bounce like this to the end of the system. So you can see that path. We need to clear a path for this packet to get all the way there, but you can see that I'm blocked in a bunch of different places. So let's deactivate this. That's our first easy one. Now this one here, I want to hit that flip-flop in order to deactivate that blocker, but I do not have access to it, so I need to get this latch node out of the way first. So I'll do that and that. So the packet's going to come out here, bounce, bounce. It's going to hit this one. I need to access that, but there's this buffer node blocking it. In order to get that buffer node, I need to hit this latch node out of the way. So I can do this, this, and that. Now that's free. So all the way along here, there doesn't seem to be a way of getting this one, but there is this conveniently placed key nearby. There, now I can deactivate that blocker. Alright, so we now have this out of the way. We can get through here. This is going to stop it, so I'm going to deactivate that. I'm going to deactivate this one as well, and let's see what this does when I fire it. And there you have it. That is the tutorial cluster for Exploit Zero Day. This will finish the first job and give you access to additional jobs in the game. Each job is a little piece of story content that involves talking to suspicious characters and finding out about the mysterious workings of people who oppress other people, including the shady corporation Samsara Digital. I hope you like this little walkthrough through the game, and let me know if you've got any questions in the comments.